डिस्टर्बेंस, मेंटली डिस्टर्बेंस, और फिजिकल सर जो हमारे सामने अपीयर्ड या सामने बॉडी है उसका फिजिकल वेट वगैरह, आई मीन सर हाथ हो गया, पाँव हो गया, बाजू, ये फिजिकल हो जाएगा, वेट हाइट वगैरह, एंड साइकोलॉजिकल मेंटल हेल्थ है।
तो क्या करना होता है?
सर मेंटल हेल्थ के लिए अगर आप प्रॉपर फैटीग से बचें, प्रॉपर रेस्ट लें, उसके अलावा सर कोई भी जो आपका ऐसा काम है जो आपके दिमाग पर बर्डन डाल रहा है, तो उसके लिए हमें रेस्ट करनी चाहिए। एक प्रॉपर ब्रेक टाइम होना चाहिए ड्यूरिंग द वर्किंग आवर्स। एंड फिजिकल ये सर हमें प्रॉपर सेफ्टी फॉलो करनी चाहिए, कोई अनसेफ काम नहीं करना चाहिए जिसकी वजह से हमें कोई फिजिकल इंजरी हो, हैंड इंजरी हो या फिर एनी अदर बॉडी इंजरी हो।
So now with this package, we will be able to identify these hazards.
Yes, in short, we can say we should follow all the risk assessment and work permits.
Exactly.
Requirements. जो भी हमारे रिस्क असेसमेंट और वर्क परमिट में चीजें होंगी उनको फॉलो करना।
Very good. So first of all, let me the people who have sent messages on WhatsApp with answers. Some answers मुझे लगा कि चीटिंग की गई है, पे गुड, क्योंकि बोलना नहीं चाहता, लेकिन प्लीज यूज योर ओन वर्ड्स। या now with this chapter we will be able to understand the risk involved that can impact our mental and physical health. Understand?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So with this, we'll be able to understand all the hazards that can affect our mental well-being. Great?
Yes, sir.
So the first element of this particular topic is noise. Noise is one part of the event. आप लोग बाहर क्या कर रहे हो? आप लोग अंदर हो क्या बाहर हो अभी?
We are with the laptop in the room, sir.
क्योंकि nobody is talking, that
Sir, we are controlling the noise.
Huh?
We are controlling the noise to listen your words carefully, just to listen, so that we can comprehend well.
Okay.
Noise hazard.
Noise. So noise is one effect that can have a very physical effects, on the body. It can change the body drastically. So the hazards and the effects of the physical effects of noise are like you'll have a ringing sound. You can have a acute or a chronic ability. So if you have an acute, it might be a temporary. Like if you are getting away from the noisy elements, then the noise can be reinstated to the ears. So noise in this hearing, like sometimes like people coming from the workshops or the factories, they speak very loud. They speak loud because the noise is too much ringing or tinnitus in their ears. So they feel that everybody is hearing less. It's not that everybody is hearing less; it's their sound, because the ears are trying to get accumulated to the. Somebody said hi to me on the. Yeah. And sometimes if you have multiple sounds coming from two different, like you have a mobile and you have a laptop, then
like sir, when someone is using hand free or headphones, he always speaks louder.
One minute, no, I'm trying to give the example now. So when can somebody tell me what are they facing in their day-to-day activities?
Sorry, sir, didn't get it.
What are day-to-day activities?
What are you facing in the day-to-day activity? I mean,
So can you elaborate this question? What do you mean by what you are facing in day-to-day activities? In day-to-day activities, we are facing a lot of things starting from the morning till going to bed. For example, office environment.
Stop. When I
There is distortion in your voice. We can't hear you clearly.
So not loud and clear. You are not loud and clear.
Hello?
Yes.
So we need to understand that it can create a problem for everybody. Now it's a frequency at what? So basically the human is 70 dB, but the minimum period is 10 minutes. So that's what we do. When we do the resistance, you are using LT breakers, you have a noise and vibration, 10-minute break, earplugs, yeah?
Yes, sir.
So that's how it works. So these are the dBs. So when we are in library, 30 dB, radio in every 70, when we have this heavy equipment like chainsaws or LT breaker, they have a loud sound. How can you know that what sound you are? You should use sound meter and the sound meter, dosimeter. You know, some people have their self dosimeters. It is one by the. It's like you're in a jockey, radio jockey, or you are those club. So they have their sound meter, you know, because everything is all about their hearing. So everything is about hearing, you know. When
Yes,
you
sir.
see the dosimeters are there and the one by workers, personal noise exposure, yeah.
Yes.
Everybody is able to hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. What do you think? What are the dosiometers basically?
They tell the level of noise.
They are a device heard by measures the sound, you know. Understand? So it is owned by the people who are in the high sound area. So that's it is fixed. Like when they come out, they will give it. They'll monitor, and then will know how much time he has to be inside. So the sound is like in UAE 70, that you know about 70. Then it's different countries have different sound. It is measured in dB, yeah,
Yes.
and duration is in hours and minutes.
So DB stands for
Yeah,
DB stands for sir.
dB is क्या?
So DB stands for
Decibel.
डेसिबल ना? क्या हो गया आपको? कौन बोल रहा है?
Sir Anjum.
Hello? Okay.
So go ahead, sir.
Okay.
Yes. Now, here.
Right? Okay. So now in the project or we have to measure the noise part. And when we take the noise, you have to take an average. And the noise will reduce as the distance increase, you know.
Yes.
Understand? But
Yes,
if when
sir.
it reflected, then the noise will be impacted more. So you need to understand where is the person and how the noise. If there's a lot of reflection, the sound will be double, triple, treble. Yeah. you got to understand the noise part and how it's reflecting and reaching the ear. It depends upon the number. So if you are on the machine for a period of 10 minutes, then the dB and the damage will be a little higher side. Okay?
Okay.
How much minutes here? It's all there on the municipality chart. How much is allowed as a legal company. How we can reduce the hazard is like give him the earplug, give him the ear muff, give him the isolation, keep the dampening, silencing, understand work practice. What is the enclosure? Hello?
Sir, enclosure means to say that it is a compartment which is noise proof, and there are certain measures which are being installed at that place, which actually reduce the noise for the comfortable level of the employees working there.
Right. So, or it can be in an area where, like a workshop area, like in my old company, we have this wood cutting machine that makes a sound. So we gave it a special room with a noise dampening so that there's no echo in the air with a ear muff. Like you have to go inside, use the ear muff when it's like in isolation. And there's installations like a difference, distinguish two barriers, like people who are inside are insulated from the outside. The people outside, they are insulated from the inside sound. We use dampening where there is huge mechanical vibration. So it reduces the vibration and the sound. Silencing is like you can use it on the motorcycle, the huge exhaust, if like reduces the engine sound. Yeah. There are different noise reduction source. How do we block the noise transmission part? Simple, as I said, relocate the noisy machine to the remote area of the work. Like I told you, in my old company, we kept it in the black, fitting a sound absorbent material, enclosing the noisy, fitting flexible or fixed pin sound absorbent material. So that's what we did. We can be so why we do it to prevent others from exposing to the noise. We can have a noisy element time, like during this time, people cannot make a loud sound. What else can be done in your workshop? Hello?
Yes, sir.
आप लोग क्या कर सकते हो to prevent workers from exposure to noise, administrative control?
Sir, in my opinion, the measures which you have adopted, they are the physical measures, and to educate them, for example, as you have said, the wearing of particular equipments to safeguard the damage to the ears, followed by minimum staff working at that environment or that place. Not all the persons should visit that room. So this is administrative control. Appropriate person go inside and come back with the wearing of appropriate equipment. So these are the main administrative control by which you reduce the movement of person into that room, and you make a staggered timings. On that timings, they will go inside, see the things, and come back. Or by installing cameras, by remote monitoring of that place. So Samuel, is it okay?
I'm trying to hear something more.
Are you trying to something more?
Yeah.
So
today, what happened to Shakil? What happened to other people?
I am here, sir.
No, I'm talking about the other guys.
So most of the things you have covered, but one thing which in my opinion is that remote monitoring of that equipment where it has been installed. Remote monitoring. This is another way that lacks exposure of personnel to that equipment, and when it is needed, they should be wearing appropriate gear to go inside that room.
That's a nice suggestion, But who will be monitoring the room?
So it is from the control rooms where the appropriate equipment like cameras, like temperature gauges are installed.
Yeah, but why do you need temperature gauge for the sound monitor?
For example, if you have the generators or boilers which are running inside the any compartment, any machinery compartment. So these are different gadgetries which are being installed in the control room from where all the things are being monitored.
Right, they will monitor the engineering control. But why do you want person to go there?
So it is the physical inspection is also very important. For example, if you have a apartment and it has many equipment, many machineries being installed at one place in the one compartment. For example, they have an evaporator, they have a boiler, they have a DG room, have certain equipment. So the physical inspection is also very important into that compartment, which is either by 4-hourly, hourly, whatever it is, whatever as per the check-off list.
Right. So it's a good suggestion. Mostly in big companies, big organizations, all these boiler rooms and everything, they have the closed enclosures. And they are remotely monitored.
Yes,
and the duration of the stay is also monitored. That's why we have this dosimeter, the
Yes,
amount of stay. You have to monitor it because that you don't want your person to have a right.
Yes, sir. Physical damages.
You can schedule it. Yeah. You can have a timely break. So which ear protection is good?
Sir, headphones.
इसको हेडफोन कौन बोला?
Earmuff.
Sir, ear protection. Ear protection.
Earmuff is a good one. But yeah, headphone पहनो तुम लोग तो गाने सुनोगे ना?
No headphones, sir. Headphone.
Hearing protection equipment and
Ear protection.
Earmuff. No, the question is why hearing protection is an inefficient method of reducing noise exposure in a noisy workplace. Why do you think this hearing protection is not a good?
Because we can't hear our colleague voices or other colleague voices.
Depending upon the sound of the equipment, we can use the equipment. Ear protection. For example, if we are working near some big equipment, like we are working near the engine.
So normally, Sir Samuel, depending upon the dB level of the noise, the gear is to be weighed. For example, if the dB level is more into that compartment, so both the things can be used. Earplugs also and the hearing protection heads. This is the headgear is also. So by wearing this thing, you protect your membrane or your hearing capacity.
No, my question was very simple. Why you feel that this hearing protection might not be sufficient to reduce the noise exposure in a noisy workplace?
Sir, implemented hearing conversation program if the noise level exceeds 85 dB.
What happens is this earplug will not be fitting for all the ears.
8 hours during duty time.
It's not good. Sometimes it's not. It's having a limited purpose because this muff will not fit the ears. Everybody has a different ear. Then it might be heavy, uncomfortable, and people might not properly close the ears. That's why your exposure to noise is not proper. What Mr. Shakil said was a good arrangement. Use muff and earplugs. But sometimes you cannot use the muff. Why? Because the helmet is not allowing it to happen.
Very right.
Got it. Second thing, the hygiene condition. Sometimes the PP becomes the violation itself because you put, what is the biggest violation in the warehouse and workshop and factories and site? These earplugs are 1 dirham or 50 fils or 110 fils. Maybe in Pakistan, 10 rupees or I don't know how much. But people put it in the pocket. People put it in the pocket. And when they put it in the pocket, there's an infection coming in sweat, dust. And then they put it in the ears. So what is going in the ear is the infection. So now you're trying to protect from the noise and what you're getting is going to get gift voucher. What gift voucher you're going to get?
Medical issues.
Infections.
Infection, organic.
Yeah. This will be the next part of it, It can damage your bow, something, it can go into the ear canal, so sometimes you can use the bone, both. Advantage is, as I said, easy to use, but it's uncomfortable. Less chance of infection, but, if you have hair and spectacle, then the efficiency is gone, right? Helmet. You get a high level of protection, but it's very difficult to maintain, right? You have to inspect, clean, right? It's reusable, but expensive. Earplugs are cheaper, but difficult to see when fitted. Supervision. So you need a supervision. Disposable, as I said, risk of infection if dirty. And what happens is the people, they don't know the importance of the earplug. They are wearing it because safety guy told them to wear it. So it gets dirty but they might put it in the drainage. What you have to do is we tell our people, keep the plastic in your pocket. So if you're putting it, put it in the plastic and then dispose of correctly as per the municipality requirements. It should be correctly fitted and should not be. As you use it for longer time, its effectiveness reduces. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Sir, when we are use the air protection equipment, then we are not using the helmet.
We should use helmet. If you don't use helmet, you are going to create a safety. See, now the new helmets have got this earmuff protection. Also, the sleeves. Understand?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Screen is still there or gone?
It is,
Sir,
it is paused.
giving caution of not responding.
Yeah.
There is something wrong with. There is something wrong with the loading, sir.
Now?
So still loading.
It is surfing, sir.
So now it's
Now?
we have the presentation.
Got it.
Good. So you can see the exposure is, like I said,